Jaylyn? Okay, Brian, you want to start?
Sure. Hey, Jaylyn, it's nice to see you.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I think last time we talked, you were in Alabama, so it's nice to see you. Tell me how the rest of your summer went and how the first few weeks of camp have gone. I mean, do you feel like you've gotten better as a player, that the team has progressed and all that?
Yeah, I think, well, I finished my summer off. I came here in June. So I've been here since June. I went home a little bit in the beginning of, at the end or the beginning of August. I can't remember. But yeah, it's been good. I mean, we had the problems with COVID, of course, just like everyone else. But getting back into the swing of basketball, the first couple weeks of practice have been amazing. Everybody's been together. Everybody has stepped up their game, vocally, actual, and playing basketball. Everybody stepped up their game, and I'm just happy and excited to see where this team is going to go this year.
So how are you doing overall? I mean, school-wise, things like that. Are you is it sort of a good thing mentally for you to be back here on campus and with your teammates and coaches and all that?
I think it's a good thing to be back. I really miss these guys over the time for March into June. But I think school has been a challenge, honestly, just more work. I guess in the sense people think we have more time on our hands, but us being athletes, we really don't. So, and we don't have the luxury of being at home either. So it's kind of tough balancing school and practice and tutoring appointments, and especially with everything being on Zoom also. So it's kind of tough. But I mean, it's a process, and we've been figuring it out along the way. So semester, we're over half the semester done. So hopefully it just speeds by kind of fast, and we just get it done with.
Yeah. So I want to ask you about your comfort level. Now, second year, you've started most of last year. How comfortable are you feeling in practice? Do you sort of feel like a floor general and like you're kind of more in charge than you were last year?
I think this year, specifically vocally, I have been more using my vocals every on the court in a huddle or as in a whole team session. I think vocally, I have really picked up shooting the ball a lot better this year confidently, and just being an overall confident player, knowing the system in a sense, I guess, from last year, having that experience of last year has really helped me. And yeah, I've just been more confident with vocal, shooting the ball better, and just being an overall better teammate, knowing that we have freshmen coming in. I was a freshman last year, so I know how it feels, especially with them not even getting to have a real freshman year in the sense of having a time of transition. They've been thrown into it just like we have, but they just don't have that experience we have. So just being a vocal presence and being that person that people can talk to, that's really, I think, has been my level of comfortability.
Sorry, I'm failing in my duties here, but Brian, are you good? Are you good now?
I've got a couple others, but I don't want to hog it. So go ahead with Corey.
Yeah, I'll ask a couple, then I'll let Brian finish up because I know he's got a whole bunch. But hey, Jay, I was curious. You talked about the stress of, okay, you got to go to school, you got practice, you got all this stuff. On top of it, I've seen a couple of articles, and this is on just professional athletes, but like the added thing that you have to deal with is, are you really sure you're going to be able to play the whole season this year? And does that hang in the back of your mind after the way the season ended last year? I know it was really frustrating for you guys. And even in the back of my mind, I kind of wonder, man, are we going to make it all the way through this one again?
Being honest, it hasn't been in the back of my mind. Just taking it day by day, knowing that things have been so changing on an everyday basis. Just understanding that from the get-go. Knowing that this year has been full of unpredictable things, knowing that this season can be full of unpredictable things. Just knowing that, we might have a game against Cal and Stanford and they get canceled or postponed or pushed back. Just know things are fluent in the sense of that. So I think it hasn't been so much in the back of my mind as to being in the back of my mind that we have to prepare. Like we have less than a month to get ready to play full Pac-12 season. And so I think that's more so been in my head more than trying to figure out, oh, well, am I concerned about not, for me, at least, not really, just knowing that we have more things to be getting ready for it, and also taking a positive look at it. I think that's more so what I'm trying to do, take the positive outlook on it.
That's good. You're rolling with the punches. That's
Yeah.
good. I've asked all your other teammates that have come on here, Peanut, Hobbs was on, about that. You guys keep talking about the competitiveness this year. Give me what does that look like in practice for you guys compared to just like last year? I mean, how is it different? Why is it more competitive this year?
I think it's more competitive just because we have been talking about changing the standard here at Colorado, changing the standard of Colorado women's basketball, and just know that practices should be harder than games. And practice are the times that you go hard and you mess up and you mess up, but you mess up going hard and you figure it out and you talk through it. And therefore, in the game, it's easy to you because you know what you're supposed to do. And you already messed up, like you already know what you've done wrong, so you know how to correct that in-game moments. And I think it's just been more competitive because I'm not going to say we have a veteran group, but I think we have a good group with a lot of experience. And we just made up in our minds that this year is going to be different. Made up in our minds that Colorado, we're taking it to another level. We have a great freshman class. And so everybody's just taking the game to another level, and we just compete with literally everything, whether it's a sprint down and back or defensive drill or offensive drill, split teams up. We got a black team and a white team, and we just basically, try to win the day. So if the black team win the day, they win the day, basically. And you just come every day trying to win the day, trying to propel your team and elevate your team, but also understanding that in a sense of when we come together as a whole team and we go against other opponents, that we already mentally are in a better competitive state. So we're not backing down to anybody.
I like it. That's good for me. I know Brian's got a couple more questions for you. It's good to see you though.
You too.
Yeah, just a couple other, Jaylyn. I want to ask you about the guard position. You guys lose Q. Emma is gone, so that's a key wing there. How's the guard competition looking in your mind? I mean, who do you feel like is kind of stepping up for those other spots?
In the guard position, I think, the offense we're running this year, I think is literally anybody can play any position in a sense. So more so like we might one game turn around and have all 3-point guards in the 1, 2, and 3 spot, or you might have all kind of big forwards like a Aubrey or a Tay or a Kylie in those spots. So I think right now everybody's stepping up. Of course, some people are still trying to learn the offense as it's new to all of us. And some people catch on faster than others, but I think like Sela has stepped up tremendously. The freshmen, Kylie, Frida, Lissa, they've all stepped up. Aubrey has stepped up as just being that person that has the experience and knows the positions and helping everybody else, because it is the word I want to say. It's a positionless offense. So it's just everybody stepping up, everybody's playing the point guard position. And we have Aubrey sometimes playing the point guard position. So it's just everybody's just trying to learn all the spots because of the way we're running offense this year, and it's just helping everybody learn different positions and different moments, because the game is not going to be perfect. I'm not going to be the one to always bring the ball down the court. Sela, so is Frida. We're not always going to be the ones bringing the ball down the court. So it's just more so everybody tuning in and learning all positions and actually knowing what we're supposed to do at each spot.
Then just one last one for me is, are you liking this offense, and does it kind of suit your game, and are you enjoying it?
I am. I'm liking the offense as much as I'm liking the pieces we have. I think we have so many pieces on this team this year. We still gonna be pushing in transition. I'm still gonna be looking to run, but I also think with the offense we're running, it just gives a lot of opportunities, and it gives us a lot of chances to get good shots, just basic reads of the defense. So it's more so not just running the play to run a play. It's more so reading your man, making sure you send up plays for your teammates. It's a really good offense, and I think it's really going to help us, and I think it fits all the pieces to what we have on this team.
That's all I've got.
All right, Jay, thanks for joining us. Appreciate the time.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jaylyn.